The first round of the NFL draft went as perfectly as it possibly could have for the Bears. Not only did they get their franchise savior in Caleb Williams, but they were also able to get him an elite weapon in Odunze at pick 9 without having to trade up at all. The two are going to be connected for the next 5 to 10 years at least, but where does that leave Odunze's real life and fantasy value? Will his talent propel him to greatness with Caleb Williams, or is he going to suffocate on a depth chart that already includes DJ Moore and Keenan Allen? Today, we're going to be taking a look at Odunze's profile to see just how highly he should be valued for fantasy purposes and what kind of a rookie season we could see him have. The first thing that we need to get established is that Odunze is very talented. That shouldn't be a very hot take given that he was a top 10 pick, but he still has his fair share of haters. There's just not much he can't do. He's a great jump ball receiver, he can separate well, he tests out extremely well as an athlete, and he had an amazing career in college. So we know that he has all the talent needed to succeed, but what about the situation that he got drafted into? The Bears were a popular landing spot for him in mock drafts, so hearing his name called there didn't come as much of a surprise. The great thing about him landing in Chicago is the security that he now has from the quarterback position. Sure, Caleb Williams isn't a stud yet, but he's going to be, and the two are going to be together for at least the next 5 years, and probably 10 or maybe even 15 years. His future is considerably more secure because of this, especially compared to somebody like Malik Neighbors, who's going to be catching passes from Daniel Jones this year, and then someone unknown beyond that. However, while he does bring some long-term security, there are going to be some issues for his short-term success. The Bears already have DJ Moore as their wide receiver 1 and traded for Keenan Allen earlier this offseason, and they still have 2 solid pass-catching tight ends in Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett. Not to mention, DeAndre Swift is also coming out of the backfield now, so there's a lot of mouths to feed on this offense. They should be passing a bit more this year with Shane Waldron, now their offensive coordinator, but he brings a serious red flag with him. He was with the Seahawks last year, and they had an eerily similar situation to the Bears in last year's draft. They already had 2 good wide receivers in DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, but they still went out and drafted Jackson Smith-Njigba in the first round to be their wide receiver 3. Many were hopeful that he would have a strong rookie season, but Waldron did a terrible job of getting JSN involved in the offense at all. Now, obviously, Odunze has a much different skill set from him, but Waldron clearly prefers to use the veteran guys and has a bad track record of screwing over the rookie wide receiver in their first season. Right now, early ADP predictions have Odunze coming off the board as the wide receiver 30 in PPR redraft leagues. I'm sure that's going to change over the next couple of weeks, but as of right now, that price is way too steep for me. He's currently ranked above players like George Pickens, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, and Christian Kirk, all of whom will be much better than the rookie from a fantasy perspective this season. It's unclear where his ADP is going to land in rookie drafts in dynasty leagues, but no matter where it's at, fantasy managers should be prepared for him to not produce very well for a year or 2 if they end up taking him. He is going to get off to a slow start behind DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, especially with Caleb Williams also needing some time to reach his peak as a quarterback. If I had to make a prediction today, I'd project him to go for about 700 yards and 5 touchdowns in his first year this year. Now, that's a solid rookie campaign, but it's still pretty modest, all things considered. But overall, he's a phenomenal football player, and it's completely reasonable to see a world where he is a perennial top 10 wideout within a couple of seasons. Either way, he's one of the most exciting young pass catchers in football, and I'm excited to see how his career turns out over the next few seasons. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new drop. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, goodbye.